So this is a picture of Brooke when she was 11 weeks old. 11 years ago, I made a commitment to this little girl. I promised to be her mom. I promised to give her the best possible life, to do everything in my power to make life the best it could be for her. People ask me all the time, did you know about her disabilities when you adopted her? The answer is yes. I was looking for a baby with special needs. I had worked as a special education teacher for years, and my heart was definitely, went out to the kids with special needs, and I felt like that was what God was calling me to do. I believe strongly that God gives us all certain gifts, and that we have a responsibility to use those gifts. And so for me, it kind of boiled down to stewardship, that to be a good steward of the gifts God had given me, I wanted to parent a child with special needs. So I was searching for Brooke even before she was born. And I found her when she was 10 weeks old, and I had the honor and the privilege of bringing her home on Mother's Day. The agency that I adopted her through in the beginning asked me what types of disabilities I could handle, and I didn't know how to answer that question. So I said, basically, it's easier to say what I think I can't handle, and I named 3 things. I didn't think I could handle a child with a terminal illness. I didn't think I could handle a child that was medically fragile, and I didn't think I could handle a child whose physical needs were so intense that there would be a lot of equipment and a lot of lifting involved. I was trying to be realistic because I was adopting her as a single mom. In reality, I ended up with all 3 of those things. My daughter has a limited life expectancy, and in fact has already surprised her doctors and therapists, and I believe she'll continue to surprise them. She is very medically fragile. She has a feeding tube. She has very severe seizures. She has lots of physical complications. And a year and a half ago, I had to make the very difficult decision to give her a trach to improve the quality of her life. She obviously has lots of physical challenges that require a lot of equipment and a lot of lifting, and now she's up to 65 pounds, and she's very tall, and it's just me. It's just me lifting her and caring for her, and I would fly to the moon and back for this little girl. I would do anything in the world for her. But the reality is that it's getting tougher. And I bought this house for her 7 years ago, thinking that this would be the answer to some of our issues. And what really happened was that this house has become some of the issues. The foundation sunk 4 inches, and I spent $25,000 repairing it, and in fact I'm still paying for that. And now I have no money to put into making modifications to this home to make it better for her. And the reality is it doesn't work for her. It doesn't meet all of her needs. It doesn't allow me to care for her as best that I can. And this is the kind of situation that forces parents to place their children in facilities. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be forced into that position. I want her at home with me, always. And I will do anything in the world to make that happen. And I'm hoping that you can help me with that. 5 or 6 years ago now, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And although I'm doing pretty well, it's a disease that's incredibly unpredictable. And you never know when you're going to wake up and have a new symptom or a new challenge. I take medication and I treat it as best I can. And I hope for the best. But it's a disease that robs you of your energy, and you have to learn ways to conserve energy. And living in a house, caring for a child with the challenges Brooke has, and living in a house that doesn't meet her needs drains my energy even more. So Please, ABC, please help me to keep my daughter at home where she belongs, with me. Please help me to keep her as part of this family. We need each other. I need her as much as she needs me. I go to work every day in a residential facility for children just like her. And I see those children and I see what they go through, and as much as the people who work there love them and care for them, it's not their family. And I know that many of those kids have been placed there because their parents found themselves in the very position that I now find myself, with back problems and trying to do things on their own, and not enough money, not enough help, a home that doesn't work for them, a vehicle that doesn't work for them, and they can't figure out how to overcome all of those obstacles. So they're forced into that situation. Please don't let that happen to us. Please help me keep my daughter at home. Thank you.